Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to your pick a card reading. Today we're going to be just doing a very quick message from Spirit about your path. So if you haven't done a pick a card before, this is meant to be a very safe space for you to just focus in on your intuition and listen to your own personal inner voice. So remember, your own inner voice is always active. It's just important to silence the mind and silence the body to really tune in. And so I'd just like you to just take a minute, just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And just focus on any issue or question that you have at the moment. Take another deep breath in and out. So open your eyes. I'd like you to pick one of these two cards. So you can pick by a number that might have come to your mind, so pile 1 and pile 2. So you might have a number that's sort of really sticking out in your mind, whether it be 1 or 2. Or you can pick by one of these stones. So we've got this beautiful moonstone here. Moonstone is really amazing for new beginnings. Or we've got for pile 2, we have this beautiful rose quartz, which of course is really important for self-love and self-care. Anything to do with love and relationships as well. But if you do have a number in mind, just go with that as well. So I'll just give you another moment to focus. And remember, you're not picking with your physical mind. You're picking with your inner mind, your third eye, if you will. So when you're ready, before we start this reading, I want to give such a huge shout out to my beautiful soul sister, Dr. Lisa Dunbar-Solis, and her amazing store and channel, Little Worlds of Wonder. So I actually just recently ordered these online from her store, from Little Worlds of Wonder. I got this beautiful, beautiful unicorn and a little fairy. So it's absolutely gorgeous. And also this gorgeous fairy, I'll call it a fairy wren. It is a wren. It's a beautiful, beautiful wren. And these are such magical creatures. And so this is just so perfect these little things are just so amazing to heal yourself and heal your home. They really remind us of the wonder that exists inside us and the inner child. And it even came with a little beautiful bottle of fairy dust as well. And I've sprinkled it over our reading today to help guide us and to center us as well, and sprinkle a bit of magic around us. So I will leave those links to her store, Little Worlds of Wonder, and her amazing YouTube channel below if you're interested in ordering off her store and sprinkling a little tiny little bit of magic into your home and into your life. And it's these little things that can really make such a huge difference, particularly remind us that the world and life is so amazing, and it really is a blessing every single day to connect with others, to connect with spirit, and to connect with ourselves and rediscover ourselves in a new light. Just have a look at pile 1. So pile 1. So the advice for you, pile 1, is to cleanse. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, Your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. And just focus on this image as well. It's such a beautiful image. So we can see the water's really gently cleansing this woman. Whether you're male or female, this will resonate with you as well. So notice how the water is really washing particularly her heart space and over onto her mind as well. So you might actually be experiencing not heart pains, but constriction around your chest area or headaches, which is quite common when you've got a certain stressful situation. And of course we all feel stress quite differently, but stress tends to accumulate in different parts of our body depending on who you are. So I think it's really important for you at this time, if you've picked this pile, to actually focus on being around water. So water might be quite cleansing to you at this time. So whether it be just even a shower, or just take the time to just make yourself a beautiful, nourishing bath. Take some Epsom salts or some oils, or just a bubble bath, a good old-fashioned bubble bath with some gentle music, and just calm yourself. And you might want to listen to some frequencies around the heart chakra as well, and particularly around if you've got experiencing headaches and migraines, you might want to think about using water as a cleansing tool. Remember how when children are baptized, for example, we tend to put water on their foreheads. So you might also want to think about focusing on washing your face a bit more to relieve and cleanse. So anything to do with water at this time, whether it be the beach, the river, or just a simple bath at home. So I'm going to grab just another little word of advice here for you as well, just to close off this very short guidance. See if anything wants to pop out. So pile 1, does Spirit have any advice for pile 1? Feeling this one. I have the strongest determination and able to get through anything. So you might want to even think about, if this really resonates with you, writing it down as an affirmation for the next few days as well, and repeat that to yourself, either during meditation if you have a meditation practice, or whilst you're doing these cleansing rituals. So if you're in the bath, or even just your morning shower, and if it's just a 5-minute shower you're having in the morning, just focus on really imagining that the water is really washing away any impurities. It's cleansing you, and it's actually ridding of any blockages that are stopping you from seeing answers and seeing ways, creative ways to manifest anything that you're seeking at this time. And if you feel that this advice resonates with you, these words, I have the strongest determination and able to get through anything. You can use that whilst you're in this cleansing ritual, whatever water cleansing ritual you want to choose. And repeat that to yourself over the next few days, because through repetition, affirmations are really fantastic to rewire any negative programming we have, and to just help to get in tune with ourselves. Okay, pile 1, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you next time. So pile 2, this is your advice for now. Synchronicity. So the card says, are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they're being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a very specific reason. This is a very powerful card, and we know that synchronicity actually is very powerful. And actually, this card is very interesting. So the color here is very prominently orange. So that's very much associated with the sacral chakra and creativity. But it might also be related to your solar plexus chakra. So the sacral chakra is just below the navel and is traditionally associated in ancient traditions to your creativity, to your sensuality and your sexuality as well. But we might also think of this as yellow as well. So this is related to your personal power in the solar plexus area. So the solar plexus area is just above, just under your heart space and just above. So it's in the stomach area. And that is really the seat of your power. So it's interesting, this woman has a lot of cogs as well going, and I'm getting from this card that pile 2, if you've chosen this card, I'm feeling there's a lot of overthinking going on, a lot of overanalyzing. So you might be quite an analytical thinker, you might have a lot of ideas and they're constantly churning around your mind, and it can be very hard to silence your mind. And I'm really drawn to this red flower here as well. It looks like a flower to me that's almost creeping out of her mind, creeping out of all the overanalysis that's trying to bloom. And I feel if you've chosen this card, you've got an idea that is blooming in your mind and you're not quite sure how to make it come to pass and make it manifest into your physical world. So I'm feeling this card is actually telling you to stop over-analyzing, stop trying to let the logic take a bit of a back seat, and really pay attention to your intuition, the synchronicities that are happening. So Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, talked about synchronicities, that they're really, if you see repeating patterns, repeating numbers, so I'm seeing 11 and 22. If you're seeing a lot of 11s and 22s, and 33s and 44s and 212. I'm seeing a lot of sort of those very clean double digits, 11, 22, 33, 44, or 313, 212, 414. They mean something significant to you, and pay attention to when these synchronicities are happening. So it doesn't have to be a number. It can be a person that you keep thinking about or you keep seeing. It could be a word that keeps popping up. I'm hearing the word tools and toolbox as well. If you keep seeing a particular flower as well, or a particular bird that keeps coming to you, pay attention to those. Now, what they mean is entirely personal for you, but the fact that they keep appearing into your reality means something. So pay attention. What are you thinking when these things are appearing? What are you feeling when these things are appearing? Are you doing something in particular when you are seeing these synchronicities? Or do you have a hunch to pursue something at this time, or to call someone, or to speak to someone, or pursue something, or take action on something? Or even not take action if you're having an instinct to just sit still on something, and you're seeing these repeating patterns, to actually listen to that. Let's see if we can see anything else. There's a lot of green there as well, so that we do see a lot of these blooming flowers. So I'm really feeling with this card that, again, allow the mind, the analytical mind, to take a bit of a back seat and spend a little bit more time in nature. See how her brain is also quite constricted and almost stressed a bit? I think that spending time in nature, particularly around flowers, even if you have a garden or you have a local park, go outside and spend time around flowers and around green, around daisies, around roses in particular. And even go to a garden festival. I'm not sure if in your area you've got any garden sanctuaries or sort of flower sanctuaries, or a flower festival happening. If there is a flower festival happening, I'm really feeling that actually it'd be really important for you to go, because the flowers might have a special message for you, particularly the roses or any red flowers or any daisies as well. So I want to pick one more card for you. I love this deck. It's really beautiful. I think I bought it online, and it's just a general guidance, healing affirmations actually. So I just found it here. It says 50 healing affirmation cards. And I got them off eBay. Okay, so that I think wants to come out. Okay, you seem to have 2 cards piled too, which is always great. So this is your first one. So shout out to my Greek fellow philosophers, Hippocrates. So Hippocrates said that the natural healing force in each of us is the greatest force in getting well. So again, nature healing, looking to nature for healing. And nature is not just spending time out in nature. Yes, of course, trees, flowers, green, even just earth, ground is really important. But when we talk about nature, we're also talking about your own personal intuition. What does your nature want you to do at this time? Again, allowing the mind to take a backseat. What does your body naturally want you to do? What does it feel like doing? And that will actually help you in terms of any problem or issue that you're facing, that you were thinking about during this reading. And remember, the solution to a problem really comes when we step away from it, not when we're constantly overthinking it. So going back to this woman here, it's almost as if she's overthinking it. So the answers start wanting to creep out naturally, but it's not allowing her to do so because of all the cogs are constantly turning, busy over there. It's not allowing that natural solution to just naturally emerge and be birthed out of her third eye, out of her intuition, her God-given intuition. So again, allow your nature, your intuition to just, in your natural creative problem solving, to be the driving force here. Because if you're an analytical mind, you've probably already analyzed this to death. So the second advice is meditation helps boost my mind and improve my health. So this is a wonderful affirmation or a confirmation. If you're doing meditation, keep going with it. If you've set up a meditation practice, keep doing it, because this is where the answers are going to come. Meditation is the first and foremost thing in stillness that will allow your nature to come through. Meditating in nature is optimal as well. So again, if I keep going back to this flower festival, if you have a flower festival or even just a public area with flowers, go meditate with that, because that will help boost your mood to be able to allow your mind then to come up with the solutions that it's already birthing. So you're right actually at the cusp pile too of something. So it's just a matter of allowing your mind to be still, connecting with nature as a whole, physical nature, and your own inner nature through meditation. So meditation can be anything that stills your mind. So you might like to meditate with music, you might like to do walking meditation, you might like to even just mindfully eat your food is a form of meditation. You might like to just listen to some guided meditations and so forth. So Pile 2, this is your advice. Thank you so much for being here. I wish you a blessed day.